Hello, beautiful people. Hope you guys are doing well and thank you so much. Let's talk about something which is very important. In this video, I'm going to talk about two countries. Then I will talk about the first country, some updates that you need to know as an international student. Then in the second part, I'm going to talk about another country. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned and watch till the end. If you are following my work and you want to move abroad this year, please, I will advise you to always listen to what I say, then do your own research, because before I say something here, I must have checked the thing, except that requirements change or maybe something happened along the way, right? Thank you. Now, let me go to an email that came to me today. I'm going to read the email first. This email is for my Nigerian people, those of you who want to move abroad. Okay, please, you have to understand that things are getting complicated now, and that is the reason why I keep updating my audience so that everybody should know. Those of us who want to move to Bulgaria, it is not possible to apply now again. Let me put it this way, guys, Nigerians, my people following me from Niger, do not apply to any school again in Bulgaria. Before then, somebody who is my follower already sent the information to me, but I didn't want to just put it out here. I wanted to confirm myself, and now I got the materials I need. So the information says, so we have been working on a couple of things, not just Bulgaria, for a very long time, not now. One of them is going to be coming to the Netherlands. This other one, the money is short, so they decided that, okay, let her start from that side, since she wants to study nursing, medicine, I think something like that. It's going to take a long time to come, so it's better she goes to Bulgaria so they can fund her academics that way. But the other one is coming to the Netherlands soon. So when I did that application to Bulgaria, to a school in Bulgaria, then this email came to me. Let me read the email. Dear applicant, thank you for your interest in our university. They mentioned it. Then they said, unfortunately, we were recently informed by our official immigration authorities that we have reached the full quota of visa applications of citizens of Nigerians for 2025-2026 academic year, and we cannot accept more applications for the current year. Now, that is to tell you that Bulgaria already have a lot of students. Now, do you see why I have been saying that if you want to move to Bulgaria this year, you cannot go again if you didn't do applications already, right? And again, first thing first, let me say some things here. One, the competition is getting bigger and bigger every day. More people want to leave Africa, as I know, and especially Niger, Cameroon, as I know. And not just Niger, you know, every country has a particular number of students they accept every year, every academic year. I said this thing before, but some people do not understand. Every country has a certain number of visas they approve to international students to come into their country for either September intake or February intake. Every country has that amount. So that's why you see some embassies, at the end of the day, they will tell you that, oh, we do not have appointments, we do not do this. They do not want to explain to you. Sometimes they do not want to explain to you that they have reached the quota for international students, right? But you should note this. From this now, your eyes will be open, and at least you will now know what is happening. Every country has a quota. This happens for Poland. This happens for Malta. Okay, so I'm saying this so that you should know, at the end of the day, you shouldn't say, oh, my visa was rejected, no reason. These are some of the things that you don't understand. For me, I already know this long time ago. So guys, don't waste your time applying to Bulgaria. I have given you the information. Now let's go to the second information. To those of you who were asking me about studies in Malta, it is possible for you to study in Malta, but these are few things you should note if you are going to be doing, like making an application to study in Malta 2025-2026 academic year. Now, last year Malta had When I say last year, I mean last academic year, which was September intake. Not this coming September intake, last academic September, that's September 2024. Malta got, at first, I think people who applied around July, August, they got their visas. But most people who went around August, September, October, around that period, they got rejections, okay? Some may have gotten acceptance, but most people got rejections. It's due to so many things. One, maybe your program started before you applied for your visa. Two, maybe Malta had already reached the quota for international students. So please always remember that Milton said these are some of the things you should put into consideration. Now, I want to say something. If you are a student, a female student, and you are pregnant, do not go to Malta when you are pregnant to go and study, because they might think that they would think you want to bypass immigration laws and you are trying to be smart. You understand? If you are pregnant, don't move. There are countries that if you are pregnant, you can move to. I think United States, Canada, I think something like that. Even the United States now, they are so strict. You have to be careful, guys. They are so strict, and sometimes you may be pregnant and your pregnancy is not visible. Okay, just pray. But when you reach the airport and an immigration officer looks at you and asks you if you are pregnant or not, if you are pregnant, say yes. While talking to the person, be smiling, keep a calm face. It might be a smart person and they can allow you in, because some of them, they understand these things. Okay, but when you try to be smart, when you try to refuse, you might not go in. You must remember these things I'm telling you now. Also understand that if you are going to Malta, there is no age limit. But this is what you should know. Before I talk about this age limit, remember there are schools in Malta that are licensed. Do not apply to any school that is not licensed in Malta. I have the videos on the channel already. I talked about this long time ago. Please check the channel, watch those videos, and then you say thank you later on when you arrive Malta. Malta is in Europe, is Schengen, and you don't have a problem. Okay, I prefer you go to Malta than to go to Belarus and Russia. Do not try it. I'm saying it again, do not try it, guys. Those two countries, avoid them alongside North Cyprus. Any country that is not in the European Union, is not a member of the Schengen zone, is going to slow your progress down. Yes, this is a fact I'm telling you. It's going to slow you down. If you are going to that country to just go and study, if you have money, go and study. But if you are going there, if you are alone, you are struggling to make a name for yourself and your family, family is looking up to you, please avoid countries like that. Go to Schengen countries or EU countries, because of course at the end of the day you can easily find your way around. Now let's get back to business. I was talking about, if you want to study in Malta, know that there is no age limit, but you should note that if you really want to apply for schools in Malta, you should apply for schools that are from level 4, because Malta have various levels. There are diplomas for level 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those of you with HND, always try to apply to level 5 and 6 courses, okay? And there are top-up bachelor's programs for maybe one and a half year, some 2 years. So always try to go for such programs. Also, when you are applying to Malta, always remember that most of their universities are licensed. Not most anyway, some are licensed. But if you look at the list, I have the video on the channel. I did a video about this before. Please, if you need a call with me, book a call from the video description box. I can always sit and call you. And if you have a question, please drop it in the comment section. So whenever I get some time, I can look at the comments and reply real quick. But if you want to talk to me privately, maybe you have some problems, you don't know what to do, you have decision-making issues, your budget, you don't know where it can carry you, fantastic, book a call with me. Okay, it's quite affordable. The links are below. Thank you. So when you are trying to apply to schools, look at schools that are self-accrediting. Okay, on that list you are going to find licensed schools. Of course, they are good schools, but if you have an opportunity, look at schools that are self-accrediting. Self-accrediting somehow looks like they are government institutions. Example is the University of Malta, okay, and few others. The list is there, the video is there, I did before. Please check that video and then you thank me later. Then equally, like I said, level 4 courses and above, level 4, level 5, level 6 and above, you can apply, no age limit. But remember, the Identitia, which is the Identity Malta, they are going to look at your results, they are going to look at your age, look at everything, look at proof of funds. And remember, now that things are getting hard, most countries, somebody was complaining to me that Romania is rejecting people. Of course, Romania joined the EU, right? Bulgaria equally joined the EU. That's why you see the Bulgarian embassy, they rejected. They now send messages to school that they shouldn't accept students again, that the number they have is enough for each country. Because of what? They want to maintain a balance. Many people do not know that most schools, they maintain a balance. They have a particular number of students that can go in, okay? Like they will say, we need this number of Nigerians, we need this number of Cameroonians, this number of Ghanaians, this number of Kenyans. They always make sure they spread everything, okay, to balance the equilibrium. They don't want to take maybe 2,000 students from one country in Asia and then maybe take just 1,000 from one country in Africa. It doesn't make sense. So they always try to balance this equilibrium. Also understand that it's going to be hard. I want to tell you this, and remember, Milton said it's going to be hard to get a visa this year to move to Malta. This one is not a joking matter. Remember, last year, many people got rejected after a particular period of time. So if you have your admission, I will encourage you to put in for your visa application as fast as possible. But if at the end of the day you are facing visa issues and you think you have the money to afford the Netherlands, apply immediately to come to the Netherlands. The reason is because you are not the one to apply for the visa. Most schools in the Netherlands, once you qualify, they will give you admissions and then they will do your visa for you because you have to pay the bulk money to them. Okay, so you always have to put all these things into consideration. Do not forget, this is the advice I can give to you. And also remember that I said, if you want to move to Malta, and not just Malta, but any other country, make sure you have some money with you for at least 3 months. If you are going to Sweden, Finland, Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Ireland, Iceland, any country, make sure you have some money with you that can sustain you for at least 3 months. The reason is because you need to pay accommodation, you need to feed, okay? Aside that, you also need to, of course, maybe be looking for other opportunities, but you cannot be looking for opportunities to work without getting all your papers, because for you to work in any country, you need a residence permit. Like for example, if you want to work in the Netherlands as a student, when you come in with your visa, you have to first of all get a contract, house contract. If you didn't get before you come, you need to get it. I will not advise you to come now without a house. Okay, what I went through, I explained it. I actually spent a lot of money in a hostel and it's expensive, guys. Okay, so first of all, get accommodation first. When you get accommodation, you will now take that contract and go to the council in your locality. Then the council will look at the accommodation contract, check if the house is legit and the price and everything. This is a developed country, right? I'm talking for the case of the Netherlands. They will look at it. If it's okay, they will now give you a tax registration number. They call it BSN number, right? Now, when they give you that BSN, you will not come back and open a bank account online. Then the bank will give you all the details. When the account is ready, you can now send to your school. Now, until you get your house contract, BSN number, bank account, and then residence permit. Residence permit can come later before you can work here as a student. In addition to that, the employer is going to give you what we call a work contract. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is the process. Please, any country has its own rules, and this thing takes a lot of time. It took me like 2 months to get my residence permit, to get all these things done. Every country has its own procedure. So always have money. Like if I didn't carry, when I was moving here, I had about 580 something euros on me. I didn't have a house. I was just coming because I was already late, 2 weeks late, and it affected me during exams. Now, when I came, I still didn't have the house. I was staying in a hostel paying, okay, and coming to school while looking. And before I could got it, I've already spent almost close to 400 euros. Imagine. So don't risk it. Get your accommodation before you move. And imagine if I came and without money, where will I be staying? My first time in the European Union and in a developed world. Nobody will accommodate you. You are on your own. You don't have a father yet. Okay, so I'm just giving you these tips so you know. I hope this helps you. Please share this video to your family members and encourage them, and I would like to see you in Malta. Hopefully I may visit Malta this year. I don't know. My residence permit can take me to about anywhere in the European Union or Schengen. Okay, so it's not a big deal for us. We just need money and then we are gone. So guys, thank you for watching and see you. If there is any question, drop it in the video description box and I will be back. Bye bye.